Hi, I'm Steve Shelburne, owner and operator of Shelburne RV here in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee. Well, good morning and welcome back to Shelburne RV. It's a nice rainy day here, so it's kind of nice to be working inside in that nice dry shop. So I've got a little basement there that came in this morning. I just now got it pulled up here. We're going to take a look at it, and then I want to show you a floor that we've got on a camper in here and kind of show you what we got going on with that. So let's go check those things out. So we've got this aspen trail that came in, and the customer wanted us to come in here and quote slide out seals. Now here's the BAL seal, which you've seen us do those in past videos, and you can see it's all blowed out. But we got to noticing this right here. Something going on. That's not good. So got to investigating this a little bit further inside here, and I kind of want to show you this. Yeah, look how far down that has sunk down in there. I mean, obviously this thing's been leaking for a while. Look at all the sawdust. Look at all the sawdust over here on the floor. This thing's just imploding on itself. So yeah, that's a problem. We're gonna have a conversation with the customer about that. So the other thing we got going on here is this Jayco bumper pull. And look who I caught over here working this morning. Cousin Gary. What's going on with this slide, guys? Tell me what's happening here.
Slide room floor has fallen down. I'm going to jack it up, throw some L brackets from the inside. The main complaint was that this had separated.
Gotcha.
Which, from the factory, really they should have extended that up, and this would have never happened. But
yeah, that's part of the problem we run into on that.
It's taking on a little bit of water, swelled up a little bit. We're going to try to fix it with some L brackets.
So you're going to try to put some L brackets and some more screws in there, okay?
Pull it up and get that sealed again.
So I'll show you this basement area that we're over here working on. This is a 6538 Bravo 871, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look here. Yep, 6538 Bravo 871. Customer brought this in and said that they have a suspicious feeling that they've lost one of the compressors. Now, when I got to doing some looking over here, because they said somebody had actually been working on it. Look at it, two different size capacitors with two different size UF ratings. Now that one's 30, this one's 35. So I'm gonna re-verify that, and then we got the power hook to it, as you can see there. And fire it up and see if that's the case. One of these two compasses give out. So we're gonna get into that here, and I'll show you as we go along. So last week you saw us working on this little Coachman Freelander that all of this was separating right here. Now, Mr. Scott was able to go in there and put some exploding rivets all the way around there, and that has sealed that up perfectly. So that is good to go. They've got a reseal test here in just a little bit, but that turned out awesome. So I got to doing some more investigating on this basement there and got to noticing there's oil all over that line. And if we look at that reversing valve right there, the reversing valve's got lots of oil on it. Now, if you remember several videos ago, and if you haven't, go back and watch it, there's one that I had that the reversing valve was actually leaking on. So good possibility that that's all we had going on here. Now, it has burned up that compressor, obviously, because of what it's done. So we're gonna have to go in here, see if I can find a reversing valve assembly, put a new compressor in it, and we'll see what we got going on. So I've now got the new LG compressor in here. I've modified the reversing valve, and you can see I've still got some of the tubing undone, so I'm going to get that fabricated in now. So the basement area that we had the compressor on turned out great. Just had to wash it out first thing this morning. I did leave it with 200 pounds of dry nitrogen in the system overnight, and it was still holding this morning when we got here. So 23.5 ounces of MO99. So it ran good, nothing wrong with that. You guys seen us do that multiple times. So that is done and gone. Just give you a quick update on that. So do a quick video with you guys. I ran into something today. It's just so frustrating, and some of you small business owners will kind of understand. You know, I had a lady in here 6 weeks ago. We worked on her camper. Everything was working great. She was tickled to death. She left with it. About 3 weeks later, I get a bad Google review, and she goes on there and says that, you know, we overcharged her and we didn't fix what we said we fixed. And as a woman, she feels like we took advantage of her. Now, I'm about the easiest guy in the world to get along with. I mean, my wife gets so mad because I give the customers more benefit of the doubt than I probably should, you know, but this is the reason why we go over things and we talk to people and we show them what's going on, and we make sure, you know, that they're happy before they leave. If you have any questions, now's the time to do it, you know. And if you call me a week or 2 weeks later and go, hey, listen, man, it still ain't working, I'm going to go out of my way to try to help people. I'm not the guy where I tell you just to get the hell off the property. I'm going to try to work with you. I'm going to try to do everything I can to help you. But if you go on and leave me a bad review without giving me a chance to try to help you, it's hard for me not to be frustrated by that. So the lady called me today and she wants to bring her camper back in to have some other work for her on it done. And I'm like, listen, you know, you left me a bad review and didn't give me a chance, whatever there was a problem, which was fine when you left, but now you're calling me wanting me to do repair for you. And, you know, I'll just tell you, I'm probably not the guy to work on your camper. And she did not like to hear that. She got very upset with me, but, you know, I don't know what else to do. I mean, if you ain't going to give me a chance to try to resolve it the first time and you've already left me a bad review, I don't know. Very frustrating, guys. Some of you business owners will understand what I'm saying. Some of you guys out there, I'm sure, have run into that. I don't know. It's just the world we live in, I guess. But just kind of something I want to share with you guys. So Mr. Lewis has been working on this little sunset trail you see right here, and I'm going to take you in here and show you what's going on. But this has got a little bit of a soft floor there in the bathroom, and as you can see, Brandon's up underneath the bed right there because that's the only access to the shower pan, tub pan. So they're in here trying to get all that worked out of here, but you can see we've got pretty much everything pulled out of that cabinet. And there's all the fascia and all the other stuff, so quite a bit going on. So we've got everything out of the sunset trail now. You can see the shower and the cabinets and all the toilets out of there. And so he's got everything cleaned up, and this is a vacuum bonded floor. But you can see, golly, that thing is bad soft right there. But you can see that's vacuum bonded floor. So Luan on the bottom, 2-inch foam, Luan on the top, and we're pretty certain that this shower has been leaking in that drain right there, and that's what's gotten this floor right here. But that thing is really, really bad. So we're going to go ahead and peel and cut the flooring and try to peel all this back, and then we're going to get in here and see what we got, see how we're going to fix this.
It's soaked all the way up to the slide.
That thing's been leaking for a while, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
It's holding water like crazy right back here right now. It's soaked. That's plywood.
Yep, Luan.
Turned into...
It's all bubbled out right there, so... Problem we run into with vacuum bonded floors right there, guys. So we're back on this floor. Lewis, as you can see, has got the Luan off of this. Now, you know, obviously, guys, with vacuum bonded floors, that's a challenge. I mean, you see how much that's moving. So the only way we know to do this, to give this strength, Lewis is actually going to come in here and cut this foam out, and we're going to put a wood brace that we can attach to here and attach to here, and then that'll give us the ability to go from there to there and there to there, and that will strengthen that up tremendously. And then he can get, we're going to actually put down 1/4-inch plywood right here, because this Luan obviously is a problem. And then this will give us the ability to strengthen this up, because if we put some structure across there, we can actually screw to that, and this will give this the ability to have more weight in there. So now Lewis has got the brace going across. It's actually coming across right there. He's got the brace in there, and then we put the sheet metal down, and he's got that riveted all the way around there. So it's a lot stronger than it was. Once we get the 1/4 inch plywood over it, it's going to resolve a lot of that. So we'll show you more as we get into this. So Mr. Lewis has got this pretty well put back together. All this is framed in good. That is 1/4 inch plywood. That's the Luan. So now he's got all that done, and this is a whole lot better walking on. So he's gonna finish gluing this piece down, and then we're gonna start putting the linoleum back on. Well, I'll show you this discharge my friends down at Mr. George down at G&L Services built for me. You remember that other one was plastic, and it was all burned up, and George was able to make me now he wasn't very happy with me when he made this, because he said that's the reason why they made this out of plastic, because that was very difficult to do. And so he got that all fixed this for us. You can see I've got it wrapped in the insulation. Now I'm going to do a little tape work around the sides and that kind of thing, but you can kind of see that it's there. So we just got to get the we got to get that coach back in here. Now this Jayco Vision Class A you guys saw us working on. Remember I was kind of showing you up there in the glass where it was kind of leaking in one of the other videos? Jayco actually sent us a driver's side and a passenger side window, and you can see there's the old windows right there. But they sent us 2 windows for that. That thing was unbearable to drive. The wind was just blowing in there. I mean, it was just horrific. So the boys have got the new windows in. They're actually going to do a seal tech on the coach right now, and just to verify. I mean, they sent us seals and all that, but we're going to do a seal tech on that just to make sure that there was no other issue with that going on. So that's getting close to being done. This apex right here, they had some blowout damage that kind of damaged the wheel well there, and then we got in there and got to looking, and the spring assembly for the rear axle was actually broke. So we got a new spring for that yesterday, and they got that on there. I was actually busy with doing some more fence removal for the property, so I didn't really get a lot of video of what they were doing up here yesterday, because I had my hands full with that. And it's been raining. It's rained every single day up here this week, so it's been kind of tough. So when it stops raining, I kind of jump on things and try to get some of that other stuff done. This Leprechaun, the bad penny, that InvisiShield did show up yesterday, so we're going to work on that. Let's go in here right quick. Mr. Lewis has been working on this Sunset Trail. He had that floor all back together, and he's got the linoleum back down. So let's take a look at what he's got going on. So as you can see, he's got the flooring all back in it. Now there's a cabinet that goes right there he's got to put back in. Of course, reassemble the bathroom and get all those parts back in. But this has turned out nice. Now, unfortunately, there was no bracing right here, and so we've got a little squeak. And so the bad part is we're probably going to have to get into the underpinning and put a brace from underneath, pushing up to try to stop some of that. Not much else we could do on that. So vacuum bonded floors, obviously, you saw the challenge there. Lewis did everything he could do to get that back in there, but you know, when there's no structure in the floor, I mean, you just got to do the best you can. Now, I didn't want to get into the underpinning. I didn't want to have to put a brace underneath that, but you know, unfortunately, that's just where we're at with it. I mean, it's just what it is. So, kind of got you caught up at the moment. I got to run down here and see Jen, so I'm gonna go down here and see her. So up here on Friday, and look who shows up here, Mr. Barrett from the Gimpy Camper. You guys need to go on there. Look at that nice T-shirt he's got on there. Look at his sleeve right here. Look at this right here. Man, that's a cool shirt, guys. You need to get you one of your Gimpy Camper T-shirts. If you don't have one, go on his channel. He'll get you them. They're nice shirts. That looks good on you, Barrett. So he's up here doing a video with us. You got to check out his channel. I'll share that on the Shelburne RV YouTube page. You guys can check that out. One we did with a little Valterra valve. Have to check that video out. That'd be a good video. Good to see you, Barrett.
Good to see you.
Laying down on the job again.
Always.
He's got the tub back in, got the shower surround back in, working on getting the cabinet fastened in. So, coming along. So as you can see, we got another one of those service electric trailers in here that we're doing another air conditioner on. This Wilderness, you can see that patch right there. They actually had a tree fall on this, and it did some damage on that, and obviously got the roof too. So we're doing an insurance quote on that one. And then you've seen this one in other videos. It's moved up here to this shop. We've actually got everything ready for that. Just waiting on some red glue. Ran out of red glue, and we've got the Phylon ready to go on. And we get the red glue, we can spray all that and then wrap that around and get that done. So heading in the right direction on that. So just another beautiful rainy day in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee. Now that's a Furrion refrigerator that is Cousin Gary approved. All right, well that's going to finish us up here this week at Shelburne RV. Hope everybody has a great weekend. There's Cousin Gary, and what is it, Carrie? Cousin Gary approved. Y'all have a good weekend.